would you agree that maybe the most important factor, in a in a parenting relationship, in a marriage, would be your energy? Like, I'm just asking, do you think there's anything that's more powerful than the way that you show up, the being, right?
The being
that you bring to the table, bring to the equation? I'm just curious for you guys, because I'm having a hard time personally seeing anything that's more important than that. Literally the way that you show up, the energy that you bring to a conversation.
1,000%. And let's not even think about the conversation. Let's not even think about the words that are being said, or to our kids. They don't really care what's being said. They care about how we're acting, how we're treating them, how we're treating their mother, how we're treating our lives, the work that we're doing. If we have energy and we're alive, but they feel great and they get excited about, like, man, I can't wait till I'm 33 years old and get to be a dad. But I was just thinking about this morning, if we're mundane face and like, oh man, I got to go to work, and oh man, the kids are about to be home, and our kids are so intelligent that they see right through all the bull, and they know exactly how we're feeling.
So true.
So yeah, absolutely. I think could be the most important thing, how we're showing up. And I'm not saying fake it and just be like super positive all the time, but just be real and vulnerable and have those open conversations.
Yeah.
Just show up the way that they deserve, to give them hope and excitement to be older. Otherwise it's going to be like, man,
dude, yeah, I don't want to be a parent.
Growing up sounds not fun.
Yeah. And that's the way they're going to learn, though. That's how they're going to learn as well.
Dude, I have a confession. I have a crazy dad fail, which is, so there's a couple. Tiger's really, I think, really good at calling me out, and I've empowered him to do so. So I don't get angry at him when he calls me out. I'm oftentimes most of the time very grateful for it. But a couple of things happened recently. One is, I don't remember what happened, but I was super cool and calm through this. There was a little bit of energy being kicked up, and I was staying calm. And then eventually I lost it. I was so good for so long. And then eventually, like, my energy shifted, and I was angry at him, but it wasn't even about the thing that was going on. It was almost like it came across as like, just sit down and do your homework. Right. It was like something like that. And he looked at me like, what did I do? And the reality is he didn't do anything. This was all energy from something else that happened an hour ago that came out in that moment about, dude, just sit down and do your homework. Right. And I don't remember what happened like between that comment and his comment, but what he said to me that stuck was, he said, man, I would love to have a dad that doesn't get triggered so easily.
Oh.
Whoa. Right. Like,
you use the word triggered. Wow.
Dude, it was
podcast too much.
It was exactly. But he said it, man. And I got to tell you, sometimes your kids speak truth into your heart that you definitely needed to hear, and that nobody on the planet could have said that in a way that pierced me quite like my 10-year-old son saying it.
Yeah.
And, I had to look at that and say, where is there truth there? Is he right? There's lots of things where, of course, he's 10, he will exaggerate and kind of embellish for effect. This is not one of them. I think he was really speaking from the heart. And I'm glad that we have a relationship where he feels that he can say that, because I needed to hear that. And that's something I've been working on, by the way, since I launched this podcast. I've been very open about the fact that I'm an emotional person. I'm full of energy, and I could be super excited, and I can also flip and be super angry or disappointed or sad, in an instant. And it really gets me. So I've had to work very hard at trying to level my emotional state, or try to be a little more even keeled, a little bit more like the rock that my family deserves, or so I believe. And it's been moments like that Tiger's really helped me. So I've had a couple of those experiences. And Tiger will say something like, he'll say something else like, you're not really angry about this. You're angry about the argument you had with mom 30 minutes ago. And now you're just taking it out on me. And he'll actually say that. And I'm like, dude, and what I'll do is in the moment, it's hard to say it, but if I can like breathe for a couple minutes, I'll come back to him and I'll say, dude, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with you. I was mad about the thing that mom and I were talking about. I wasn't able to manage that energy appropriately, and it came out to you in an inappropriate way. And I want to let you know I apologize for it, because I've dished out consequences in the moment that I had to go back and then clean up and say, you know what, dude, I know I told you that you were not allowed to watch TV for the next 6 years. That was a little harsh. How about we make it 6 hours or 6 days or something like that?